The Saga of the Four Chaplains. It was known as Torpedo Junction, the U-boat-infested icy waters of the North Atlantic during World War II. On February 3, 1943, the Dorchester, an old coastal steamer quickly pressed into military service, was slowly making her way through those waters bound for Greenland. Most of the men were seasick and green with nausea. Because they were in submarine waters, the captain directed the men to keep outer gear and life jackets on at all times. Moving among them were 4 Army chaplains: George Fox, who was Methodist; Alexander Good, who was Jewish; Clark Poling, who was Dutch Reformed; and John Washington, who was Roman Catholic. The chaplains talked with and listened to the men, soothing apprehensions, offering encouragement, or sharing a joke. By their concern, their camaraderie with the men and one another, and their very presence, they brought solace. An enemy submarine, stalking the ship undetected, fired a torpedo towards the ship's aging flank. The missile exploded in the boiler room, destroying the electric supply, releasing suffocating clouds of steam and ammonia gas. Many on board died instantly. Some were trapped below deck. Others, jolted from their bunks, groped and stumbled their way to the decks of the stricken vessel. Taking on water rapidly, the ship began listing to starboard. Because security reasons prevented the use of distress flares, escort vessels, still close enough to assist, pushed on in the darkness, unaware that the Dorchester was sinking. Overcrowded lifeboats capsized, rafts drifted away before anyone could reach them. Men clung to the rails, frozen with fear, unable to let go and plunge into the dark, churning water far below. The 4 chaplains calmed frightened men, got them into the spare life jackets, urged them over to the side. The supply of extra jackets ran out, with men still waiting. Having decided to remain with the sinking ship, the 4 chaplains gave up and forced upon frightened servicemen their own life jackets. Too quickly, no more lifeboats could be launched, and many men were left aboard, but there was more work for the chaplains to do. When last seen, they were standing together on the deck, leading the men in prayer, with arms linked in friendship and heads bowed in prayer. They sank beneath the waves. 2 of those chaplains were Protestant, one was a Catholic, one was a Jew. Monsignor John McNamara, former Chief of Chaplains of the U.S. Navy, said at a 4 Chaplains Award service, no casting director in Hollywood could have selected a better cast of characters than these 4 to portray the basic unity of the American people. The self-sacrifice of the 4 chaplains was a heroic act. It was not the only heroic act aboard the Dorchester, but it was the identity of these 4 young men, representing 3 great faiths of the American people, that adds symbolism to their sacrifice. Wow, what a story. I'm out here at Veterans Park, tucked away in a corner of Old Highway 56 in Olathe, and there's some neat monuments like this to remind us of all that people can do when they're inspired to give their best and be their best and help others. You just think about those 4 chaplains. You think about the monument over here, the Gold Star Memorial. I've talked to Herschel Woody Williams a few years ago, who was a World War II veteran and Medal of Honor recipient from the Battle of Iwo Jima, who travels the country helping communities install these Gold Star memorials to recognize the families of our veterans. If he can get out there and work hard in his 90s, what's stopping me from doing more today? What's stopping you from doing more today? There's much to be done to help our veterans, to help our communities, to help our families all be our best. People need us to step up and be leaders. They need us to step up and do more. So, excited once again, talk about Burpees for Vets. Do burpees, but it's more than that. It's about stepping up, helping those that need help, helping those organizations to really help our veterans transition from military service, pursue education, pursue career opportunities, and even address the trauma that they bring back home from service. So, find a nice place out here in the park and do some burpees. See you in a minute.
pretty inspiring to see this. It's really inspiring to see Mr. Williams still out there traveling the country, encouraging folks to pause and remember. So this Thanksgiving week, take a little time to be thankful and pause and remember those that have sacrificed so much for our freedom, for the opportunities that we'll have this week to celebrate with family and friends and enjoy a meal and enjoy a time of thanks. See you tomorrow.